Today, on the 184th chapter of the Layman's Journal, we're going to discuss Halle Berry. We learned some interesting things about her these past few weeks. We learned about her views on when a woman should have children and how that advice has worked for her, as well as how the media plays a role in concealing her failures. So without further ado, let's get it. 2 weeks ago, Halle Berry made a wild statement in Women's Health magazine. She argued that women should have children when they're ready, quoting,
"If you're in your mid-30s,"
again, she said mid-30s,
"don't be bogged down by the idea that you have to have children by a certain age."
Now that sounds insane, but to her credit, she's not just talking out the side of her neck. She's taking that advice. Halle Berry had 2 kids in her 40s, her daughter Nala when she was 41, and her son Maceo when she was 47. So she's walked the walk. And on the surface, it seems like a success story. She's living proof that a woman can have children almost at any age. But Halle isn't telling the whole story, because the prime years for a woman to have children are between ages 18 and 26. After age 26, the viability of her eggs begin to decline. But it's not like falling off of a cliff. A woman's ability to have children doesn't stop on her 27th birthday. It's a gradual decline, day by day as she approaches the fertility wall at age 35, when the process of getting pregnant for the first time becomes difficult. And if she is able to conceive a child, she enters into what doctors call, and I'll repeat, doctors call, geriatric pregnancy, which isn't an ideal place to begin having children, not only because there are health concerns for the mother, but for the child as well, as the likelihood of having children with genetic or health issues increases, as well as the probability of a miscarriage. And my conjecture is Halle didn't conceive those children naturally. Now, I can't prove that. I have no source inside her camp. I'm not privy to her medical records. This is me speculating. But having healthy children for the first time at age 41 and again at age 47 without incident doesn't happen by chance. There's no doubt in my mind she froze her eggs, or she had an egg donor. Whichever the case, she had help. It took money for her to get pregnant and to carry those children to term. Anybody with a small understanding of reproductive science understands that, but no one in the media presses her on the issue. They don't ask her if she's had those children naturally. They just sit back while she pushes her narrative. And if you read further in the article, there's a quote from her appearance on Ellen, where she says the conception of her son Maceo at age 47 caught her by surprise. Like it just happened naturally. There was no planning or medical intervention involved, which is ridiculous because something like that happened naturally is like winning the lottery for a woman her age. It's something that only a handful of women in the world can do. And maybe Halle Berry is one of those women, but she's telling average women in their mid-30s, women who are quickly approaching the fertility wall, they shouldn't feel pressured to have children, because they can do what she did. Again, that's like telling a woman she doesn't have to save for her retirement because she can always buy Powerball tickets. And she's saying this in Women's Health magazine, a magazine that's supposed to be rooted in some level of medical truth. So they're complicit. They're complicit by allowing her to say these things in their magazine without pushback. They don't attempt to correct or contradict Halle's narrative because of her celebrity status, but primarily because they want women to buy into the feminist fantasy. They know this is the type of stuff their readers like to hear. This idea that they can have it all and live on their terms, that they can waste their 20s and 30s, their fertile years, doing what they want to do, and to have kids whenever they're ready, without incident. Nor do they discuss the consequences of what she's done. And by consequences, I mean the father of her children. Halle Berry has 2 baby daddies, both of whom are living fat off of her support payments. She's paying these men $8,000 a month each, and one of them gets 4.3% of all income over $2 million. So if she goes out there and she signs a $20 million movie deal, she owes him $860,000 of it. She could be paying upwards of $1 million a year for these 2 children. And that's another issue the media won't address. Halle Berry chose hobos to have children with. For all of her fame, beauty, and wealth, that was the best she could do when it came to finding fathers for her children. Yet this is the person that Women's Health magazine is showcasing for family advice? Now, fortunately, she can afford it. But for the average woman, this is a recipe for disaster, which is why she shouldn't be giving any type of advice. And this is why we have to stop using celebrities as template for our relationship success, because they live in a world we don't live in. They're exempt from our struggles and we don't see theirs. Because the media covers up the consequences of their lifestyle, primarily because they advance the cause of feminism, which is mainstream in this country largely because of media influence. Because they love to showcase women that seemingly have it all. Women like Halle Berry, who on the surface looks to have the perfect life. But once you start peeling back the layers, you see evidence of her failures. Aside from her success as an actress, she's no one to admire. She's the worst kind of woman others should look to for advice. So I'm going to end things here, but before I go, follow me on my other social media platforms. And if you like this video, please share the link on your social media pages. That more than anything would be a huge help in getting the word out. But most importantly, check out the other videos in my library, as I'm sure there's something there you'll enjoy. Here's a preview of my latest work. But the main reason why I'm inclined to believe some women would end their relationship over a movie is because I've seen them do worse. Because some women routinely consume bad information. Every day that I log on social media, I see these influencers, or whatever they call themselves, giving terrible relationship advice by reinforcing the nonsense that the women that listen to them already believe. And women taking it as gospel, to the extent that the people peddling it have gotten rich, even though the advice they give them only serves to keep them single. But as bad as they are, they're just reinforcing the same nonsense that comes out of the modern church. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised that some modern women are terminating their relationships because of the Barbie movie, because that isn't the worst idea that I've seen them come up with. That's all I have to say about it. What do you have to say about it? Leave a comment in the comment section and let's have a conversation. Okay, so you've heard me say this a million times. So if you like this video, please give it a like and leave a comment in the comments section and share the link on your social media platforms. And if you are new to my channel, please subscribe and turn on that notification bell. That way you'll get alerts every time I upload a new content. This is the Layman's Journal. Thanks for stopping by. I'm out.
Hell! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
And while I do appreciate you sharing, subbing, and leaving comments, I'm going to ask that you take another step further in keeping the channel going. I set up a membership plan for those of you who would like to offer further support in the development of this channel. It's not anything expensive or special. I'm just asking for 99 cents a month, which is enough for me to continue doing the work that I do here.
Help me! Help me! Help me!
In the future, there will be additional tiers with added benefits, but for right now, I just need your support so that I can cover basic costs. So please, sign up so I can continue bringing you awesome content. This is the Layman's Journal. I'm out.